This video presentation, which will be really short, is about the discriminant. The discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. It's this part of the quadratic formula, b squared minus 4ac. Notice there's no radical. It's going to be a number, an integer. The question is, what kind of solutions do we have? Sometimes we have rational numbers, sometimes we have irrational numbers. If the discriminant is a perfect square, we have two rational solutions. Two rational solutions. For example, x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. In the quadratic formula, we have x equals opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times 1a times c all over 2a, or x is equal to, that's kind of ugly. That should not be under the equal sign. X equals 5 plus or minus 25 minus 24 all over 2, or x is equal to 5 plus or minus the square root of 1 all over 2 plus or minus 1 over 2. 5 plus 1 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. 5 minus 1 is 4. Divided by 2 is 3. We have rational solutions because 1 is a perfect square. All right? So, if we have a perfect square, we have two rational solutions. If it is a negative number, the discriminant is a negative number, we have two non-real solutions. For instance, if you had 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 2 over 3, you can't take the square root of negative 2 unless you use imaginary numbers. And we haven't talked about them yet. Very soon, but not yet. So they're two non-real solutions. If it is a non-negative, bad sentence, non-perfect square, as most of ours has been, we have two irrational solutions. Most of our examples, I ran out of space. Most of our examples, most of the problems in your homework have been irrational solutions. And lastly, 0, 1 rational solution. All right, I'm going to pause this for a moment and kind of write this in a little neater format for you. So, to kind of summarize, if the discriminant is 0, we have 1 rational solution. If it is a perfect square, you're going to have 2 rational solutions. If it's negative, we have yet to see this, 2 non-real or imaginary solutions. And if it's anything else, the square root of 5, the square root of 17, whatever, 2 irrational solutions. Now you should know this. I don't think we've had 0 yet, and we haven't had negatives, but we've had perfect squares, and we've had a lot of positive, non-perfect squares giving us irrational solutions. All right, that's it. This will be on the test, but it's a minor part, and it's quite frankly the easiest part.